This is Ophelia from Caring Nature. As this is the beginning of a year, we're hopeful, we want to be motivated, positive, strong, and driven. So to set out this great motivation to get us started at the beginning of a year, I want to talk about a few quick do's and don'ts when it comes to managing stress, tension, anxiety, and panic attacks. The reason why I decided to put together this little video today is I often receive messages from people talking about these issues, and from those messages, from the way how they write, how they talk about themselves, and also from reading a lot of discussion forums on internet, I see some very common patterns that will hinder your progress in managing those things to the point that you could reduce or eliminate stress, tension, anxiety, or panic attacks. So we're going to talk about it. First of all, before we get started, ask yourself, what do you want? What do you really want? What benefits do you expect in your life? And what does that mean to you? What do those benefits bring in to your life? Think about those questions. Now, I'm going to get started with the don'ts. First of all, it happens a lot. When you have a problem, you dwell on it and you focus on it, and that's all you talk about. That becomes all you think about. It happens a lot. People repeatedly talk on the internet and discussion forums. Does anyone have such and such and such problems? Is anyone like me? Do you have this and this and that symptoms? Raise your hand. What do you get out of that? You just get a bunch of people saying, me, yeah, I've been with that for 20 years. Yeah, it has been going on for the entire life. Yeah, this is the worst. So you keep on gathering very negative information from yourself to others and from others to you. What do you really get out of it? You're focusing, dwelling on problems. You're not getting any solutions. Solutions will not come when you keep talking and thinking about problems. That's number one. And number two, I cannot address important enough. Do not self-diagnose yourself and others and then label your self-diagnosis with some mental health disorder. You are not a qualified professional to do that. If you just follow a bunch of internet articles on these common symptoms for such and such and such a disorder, what do you get out of it? Behind that, you don't know that the qualified professionals take a lot of trainings, go through a particular process of conducting assessment, following particular list of criteria to do the diagnosis, prescription, and treatment. You don't have that kind of training, qualification, and experience. And when you just diagnose yourself or others, what's going to get out of it is you are very likely make a big mistake on putting the wrong term on yourself and others. For example, feeling the anxiety, feeling anxious, is different from clinical anxiety disorder. Feeling depressed is different from clinical depression. It's a big difference. But when you put yourself on that self-diagnosis, you first put yourself on very unnecessary stress and tension, because you might not have that. Your situation might not be that bad. And second, you can easily mislead yourself and the therapist when you do this, because you might self-select information you want to reveal to the therapist or the other professionals, and you misguide them in the process. You're wasting your own time and energy, and of course you're not going to feel better or get better because you started out very incorrectly to self-diagnose yourself. Don't do that. And third, blowing things out of proportion. A lot of time, you might have moments in your life, we all do, moments in daily life from work, family, relationships, strangers, travels, all sorts of stress. But really ask yourself, do those stressful moments really happen for 5-10 minutes of the day? Or is a whole day? If it's a whole day, really, do you blow it out of a proportion? Do you have those symptoms of panic attacks for 15 minutes and you blow it out of proportion and say, this is the worst day in my life, I just had one of the worst nights ever, blah, blah, blah. When you blow things out of proportion like that, you're exaggerating it. You're exaggerating your problems. Does it really help you to exaggerate your problems? Think about it. So, all those three things I just talked about are the don'ts that you set up a frame in your own mind. What we're gonna do now, talk about the do's, is how you get to set up to reframe your mind. The reason why this is so important to learn to reframe your own mind is how you talk affects how you think. How you think affects how you perceive, how you feel. Because our mind and body are well connected. So now, first of all, at the very beginning of this video, I asked you, what do you really want? Describe your desire using the positive term in a positive outcome instead of using negative words. For example, when you say, I don't want to have insomnia anymore, I don't want to be stressed anymore, turn around, rephrase it, say, I want to feel peaceful and calm. I want to be relaxed. I want to sleep like a baby. That's one way to do it. Or you could take it even further. Instead of saying, I don't want to suffer from anxiety and depression anymore, say, I want to be able to have that control to manage, regulate everything in my life. I want to be my own inner boss. I want to have that strength and power. I want to stay motivated. I want to be hopeful. Use all the positive words to describe your desired outcome. Second, here's another exercise you can do. For all the things you talk about, the pain, reword it. From now on, replace the word pain with discomfort. Insomnia or panic attack, whatever, discomfort. There are all different types of discomfort, right? So we're not changing the meaning of it. We're just shifting your perception. When you use the word discomfort, that is helping you to train your mind and your brain that those things that bother you are not exactly at that level that you think to that extreme. It's discomfort. And the third thing you can do is every day when you wake up in the morning, no matter how you feel, what you're thinking, just tell yourself, I can feel better every day in every way. I do feel better in every way and every day. And you keep telling yourself that. The reason why is setting up this positive trajectory. It helps you to project yourself, project your mind and body towards that goal that you really want to reach. I feel better in every way and every day. I hope you all have a great start at the beginning of the new year. Happy New Year again. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.
It was done.
When I say